We're less than 2 weeks to the Midlands 103 Green Home and Energy Show, coming once again to the Tullamore Court Hotel, where you will see gleaming electric cars, many solar panels, insulation experts, and lots of brains to pick, but also ideas. It's not just about the green. Kitchen designs, and if you're thinking of sprucing up the home in 2024, well, this will be the place to spend a couple of hours and to listen and to soak up all of the free expertise, including from the Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland. And I want to say good morning now to Stephen Farrell. How are you, Stephen?
Hey, Will. Good morning. I hope all's well.
When you get people asking questions, what would tend to be the most popular questions and areas of knowledge they're wanting?
I suppose the most popular thing is a lot of people are kind of wondering where to start in terms of the energy efficiency of their home. Like, where is it at the minute? And like, people want to make the right move, and they know they're trying to put the right amount of money aside to see how to proceed. So what we would say to them in a lot of the cases is to engage a BR assessor who is an expert in the area. They'll go and assess your home, and they'll basically they put it on that rating between an A being an excellent rated home down to a G. But what they'll do is they'll also give you an idea of the quick wins, what you need to do to bring your house up to, say, a B rating and so forth. So people can kind of start visualizing what they need to do. Oh, I need to put that 300 mil of insulation in the attic. I need to pump the walls, what the quick wins are. And maybe they can set out a journey, say, over the next 5 years on what they need to do, depending on their budget and so forth. So what I would say is for people to get the information. A very good
point, because a lot of people, Stephen, in older homes may have never seen a BER report.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the format it's a bit like a menu. And if memory serves, you've got your low, medium, and high impact steps, but equally low, medium, and high cost. And what you're trying to do, I suppose, is marry high impact with low cost and starting in descending order from there.
Exactly. And like an example I'd give is in relation to, we'd always say, make sure you wrap your house. So you're putting a blanket around the house. So when your heating's on for a shorter period of time, the house can retain the heat. So it's not going out through the walls. So if you live in a house that's built of cavity wall construction and you have a standard cold attic, the BR assessor would make you aware 300 mil in the attic and pumping the walls could reduce your energy consumption by 60%, which obviously translates into savings on your energy bill. And there's about 70-80% grants for that. So there's real nuggets of information that the BR assessor can tell you that are very quick wins. It's not always going out getting your external wall insulation or doing major overhauls. These are kind of light interventions, but could actually save you 60% in terms of energy reduction and so forth. Plus, they'll also give you a good idea in terms of what areas is the most energy consumption in the home. Say, for example, your heating in your home is 60% of your energy usage. Your space heating, 20% is your hot water, and 20% is your electricity. So looking at that pie chart and the way it's broken out, like, homeowners should be focusing on the fabric, trying to reduce that 60% of energy consumption via your space heating. So that's looking at your heating system if it's serviced. If you have a fossil fuel heating system, say an oil or gas boiler, what you can do to make that more efficient. So there's excellent grants there to transition to heat pump technology that have an energy efficiency of, say, 300 to 400%, as opposed to your standard oil or gas boiler could be operating in the 85-90% mark. So you're immediately getting more energy for paying less money in terms of electricity and so forth. But the key aspect is that you're insulating the home. You have your home in a place where the heating's on, but you're not losing energy through the walls at such a rate. You have to turn the heating on more frequently as such. So the BR assessor, if you call them out, they will talk you through that, your different options in terms of give you a cost estimate in terms of what will be required to bring that house up to a B2 and so forth. But they'll also make you aware of the different grant avenues that are available that you can avail of depending on your budget and your priorities. So if you go onto our website under the Home Grants banner, you'll see 3 strands. And one of the strands is the individual energy upgrade strand, where you can go in and there's an option of 6 or 7 impactful energy saving measures, and you can select whichever one you want, and select a registered contractor in your area. So if you're County Mayo, you can go in and select a registered contractor in County Mayo or Roscommon. Contact 2 or 3 of them. They're registered by SEAI, so that they're assessed in terms of quality and in terms of finance. And ring around and see what the cost is to complete the work. 2 to 3 quotes, you get a good idea of what it will cost. And then just apply online, and then you have 8 months to complete the work. And you can take that by a step-by-step approach. So you can do attic insulation 1 year, 18 months later, when you have the money, you can go back and do cavity wall. And then in 24 months' time, you might transition to a heat pump and so forth. So the grants are on our website there. It's in the order of 1,500 for attic insulation, a 6.5K grant for a heat pump. So there's considerable incentives there. But if you want,
matter whether it's the homeowner or the service provider, the contractor who applies, because very often, say in the case of insulation, they say they'll do it for you.
For the individual route, it's the homeowner that applies, and they select the service provider or the registered contractor. But we have a separate strand where if a homeowner wants to bring their house up to a B2 level in one go, we have that one-stop shop strand where we've 18 and soon to be 20 registered one-stop shops on our system now who've been through the registration process. They've been assessed for quality and expertise and professionalism, customer care. And they will manage the entire application process for you, from assessing your home through a home energy assessment, giving you a quote, talking you through the process, organizing the contractors and marrying the 2 or 3 measures together to coordinate everything, stuff that kind of may put people off the whole process. And at the end of that, you'll come out of the upgrade with a B2 or better upgrade. You'll be left in a place where the house is future-proofed, and you'll have a highly efficient heat pump installed with the adequate amount of insulation in the property. And the grants are fairly substantial there. So to give you an example, if you had a standard semi-D that you'd see in a lot of housing estates around the country, over the first 300 homes we've upgraded under the one-stop shop program, they came to in the order of 60K to do the upgrade works, but the grant is in the order of 21. So the homeowner only has to find, I think it's that 39,000 to complete the work. But the beauty about it is they never have to find the 20K in terms of the grant. They only have to find the net of the cost. So it makes it slightly more affordable for the homeowner. And what SEAI do then, we come in and pay the grant to the one-stop shop. So the thing is, people might, finding that money to do the whole project without the grant deduction could be a step too far. But because we take the grant amount up front, it just makes it that bit more affordable, and so forth. So they're the kind of 2 routes that we kind of angle the homeowners down towards. And it's really depending on their budget, their priorities, where they are in life at the minute. If they want to do it in one go, or they want to say, do you know what, this is a 3-4 year project for me. I'm going to take it year on year and upgrade and a step-by-step process.
And of course, we're only scratching the surface. There isn't time to get into EV grants and indeed home charger grants, but you will be, and your team, at the Midlands 103 Green Home and Energy Show on Sunday week. So correct. A chance to ask lots of questions there. Stephen, thank you very much for your time this morning.
No problem. Thanks, Will.